You're listening to the Para House Entertainment Network. Come join us as we take you deep into the fire to the paranormal realms of hauntings, UFOs, ETs, alien abductions, strange creatures, and the vastness of universal consciousness as we continue to seek what is not supposed to exist as we search for the truth that only comes from going into the fire.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I think Bear skipped out on us.
I know.
There he is.
Good evening, everyone.
We're already monitoring the chat room.
Yep.
Yeah, welcome to Into the Far tonight. It's a wonderful Sunday
Tango's like,
night.
oh shit.
It's a super Sunday night after a wonderful, fantastic Saturday night at a super meet and greet down here in downtown Franklin. At the
Even Mother Nature didn't stop us.
No.
She showed herself, though, didn't she?
Oh, she sure did, and over and over again. It looks like she's gonna do it all week. So, but it's just a super time. But we're gonna recreate a little bit of that because we have the members of Whiskey Tango Foxtrot paranormal research team here tonight, and we also have a special guest host tonight, and we're going to bring those on. We're going to just let that kind of be a surprise as I bring them in right now to say hello to them. Look at who we have there. It's the Black Wolves.
How y'all doing?
And Beth
Allen.
Allen.
How you guys?
Oh, we're great. We're great. Since you're all in, since Beth Allen's in town, we're all here, and we thought it would be a great opportunity to be able to get on here and just have a super show and really talk about the paranormal, especially with Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. And we're going to bring them on right here in a minute, and we'll have them all on here. We'll introduce everybody to you, and it's going to be from the way that the screen looks over on the far left. There's AJ, Stacy, Elizabeth, and Terry, and the other gentleman, Billy, is not with him tonight. He's a little busy tonight. He was working hard yesterday. It was a big night, but you guys had such a super crowd and such a great event last night, and we're just so happy for you. How did all that play out for you?
It went great.
Yeah, it went really well.
We were good. Really excited about how many people came out and came out to support the jail and support my family. So we're really proud of the night.
It was a super night. It was a super night, and you had great food. Everybody had chili, taco soup. It was just fantastic. And the vendors were out there, great vendors. I think everybody just had a super time. And
it was good to see everybody.
Yeah.
It was. It was a great atmosphere. You know, just super. So, you know, in true Bear tradition, I'm going to let the Beth Allen and Todd and Leanne over here take the first question at you.
Well, first off, I want to say thank you to the hosts that were there. They always, they're family, but they always make everyone feel so welcome, and they do such a great job at what they do. So it was an honor to be there last night because it was for a wonderful cause and a wonderful family reunion.
Sure was. Absolutely.
Thank you for doing that so we could all come together as a family. And like the man, we don't even know where the man came from. Nobody even know who the man was. He comes up, what are y'all having, a family reunion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The great thing about it was the energy was so super there. I mean, that's what's amazing. And you put
You could hear the
all
kids in the background having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of hard work was put into that. Bye.
You know, there's a lot of people that we hadn't seen in a while, and there was a lot of new faces and talking to the new people that had come in that we hadn't seen before. It was great.
Yeah, it was
It was a good turnout.
Yes.
happy
Finally getting to meet people I've seen here in the chat room that I haven't actually met.
Yeah.
That was great.
And I have to add, the food was phenomenal. So
Like I said a minute ago, there's a pot of tortilla soup with your name on it here at my house.
and that was amazing. Amazing food.
it was.
Elizabeth, you're married, but I think we might get married too. Well, so I guess our major question is, did it turn out the way that you hoped it would? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I don't know what our final count was as far as people that we had.
It was about 70 people.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
a really great number. A really
That's great.
number. Like you all said, there were some individuals that had never been a part of the paranormal community before who were there, and they got acquainted with us last night, and different individuals from different investigation groups. So it was just a nice blend of people.
Yes.
Mhm.
And that awesome man that's not on that screen is in the chat. Billy, we love you so much.
Absolutely.
Brother, you're amazing, and we're thankful for
So
you.
true. So true.
Yep.
That's
The
what I wanted to
wonderful
say.
leader for our group.
Was Billy
Lucky.
and his
All of us are very lucky to have him.
Yeah. I'm very
Yeah, we sure are. We sure are.
You can do it, Todd.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Billy and his team do a wonderful job, there at the jail and really wherever they do an event. Billy is an awesome guy. And again, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is an awesome team.
Absolutely. They help us out a lot at Octagon Hall as well.
Yes.
That is the
And
truth.
Billy's a
Thank
busy
you guys.
man now.
The Franklin people always take up and do well, and I love it when WTF comes up to the hall, does events up there and everything else, and they help us out so much. And they're always, and the number one thing about it in the paranormal community, and I'm not a big believer in paranormal unity because of just the way that some of the idiots take that. But there is nothing more than I can say about the people the family and the people that we work with.
Actions speak louder than words.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Amen.
And Billy Wilkerson is definitely a man of his actions.
Yes, he is.
You are not kidding. You are not kidding. And yes, thank you, Billy, for everything you do. Thank you, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. You guys are awesome.
We think the world of you guys.
This is great.
We think
Yeah.
the world of
love
y'all.
you guys.
And I did learn something last night that I do have a birthday buddy on Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yep.
Another Virgo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
I'm serious.
Too many-
Numbered.
Too many Virgos on this screen.
I see that. There may be a cat. Just so you know.
And AJ is the newest member of the team. AJ,
Yes.
I got to tell you something. I've seen you in action and everything else. I've seen you grow in the last few months, and I mean, you're a
That's
great
a
addition.
huge honor.
You're awesome. So tell me what it's like. How you enjoying that team and enjoying
I love
the
it. It's like another family for me. It is. And I wanted to chime in earlier. This has been just awesome for me. just mind blowing. You said it in other podcasts before about how Billy was a good person to bring, like, for as far as watching over people and bringing entry level. You are not lying. I feel very like warm and part of the team, and it feels really good.
Oh yeah, and that's the whole part. A team becomes a family, and it's really amazing when a team starts to gel together. You know, I've seen a lot of teams that come out by 1 year, 2 year, come together, and Billy has really worked at his craft and has worked at a lot of it, and so has Terry and everyone in there has all just taken it on. And you know, like I said, I remember the old days when Billy used to call and say, "Hey, man, is it all right if we come up to the hall and play in the cemetery for a minute, check out a piece of equipment or something like that?" Because that's how dedicated he is to the field, and it shows every day. I mean, it's just excellent, and he's taken it so far, so much farther. And your team is so well recognized and getting all the accolades that it should get, because you are a very tight knit and a very good investigation team. So congratulations on all of that.
And on top of that, you're amazing people.
Yes.
Yes.
Very.
I got you.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Are you sure you still love me? Because you've been around me enough. Now you can make your final decision.
Did you hear something? I didn't know if I heard.
Yeah.
Of course, I love you.
And I love you very much too, Leonard.
You know, it's amazing when you see a team come together, and it's amazing. Last time we had Billy on, we were talking about Franklin, and we were talking about how haunted it is and all the incredible stuff about it. And you guys are going step by step farther and farther, because you're hooked up with the old stone jail, which is just a fantastic location to come. Plus, you're at the historic Simpson County Historical Society,
which, by the way, is just as active as the jail.
Yeah. Billy and I have our own little spot over there, and I mean, I had to go there last night on the way coming back from the bathroom.
I snuck back there too.
Wave out there. Hi, kids. How you doing? And it's awesome. And you know, if you haven't had an opportunity to get there, if you haven't had an opportunity to meet these people, please do. My gosh, because that's where you're going to feel the whole. I mean, everybody on the screen, and the other teams that were there, and all the people that we've come across in all these years that are solid and know us, from Chris Sumner to Miranda Young. All those people are just great. You know, they've got their own facilities out. They've got all the things going on. And please go out there and support them and see them, because you're dealing with some of the best out there. You know, there is, without a doubt, you know. And you guys are also doing home investigations. You're doing everything else, which is great. And you're also looking for always a new location to do. And I know that you come up with some pretty good ones. I guess there's a coffee shop somewhere that someone works at that may be haunted in
Maybe just a little bit.
You want us to tell us about that little bit?
I've been there at the coffee shop when it was a coffee shop before. A few years, I was there for 3 years, and then I've been there for a little over a year this time. And I see shadows. I just had a man say hello to me this past weekend. There was no one else in the building but me and another lady. So, you know, we
did an investigation with her bosses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was we had some stuff go on.
Yeah.
I think we made one of them a believer that maybe.
Yeah, I think they will believe.
It was amazing. They were awesome people.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And you know, one of the also the amazing things is some of the stuff that you get into and Billy gets into. I know that you just now got for the Historical Society and everything else, ground penetrating radar, which helps out everybody. Billy has always had some awesome equipment. Billy is one of those guys who does some research about equipment and pulls out this stuff that is just amazing, from 3D cameras to everything else. And
You never know what's in Billy's pocket.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's like
the videos that were playing yesterday were great.
They were amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Love that 3D mapping he does too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
yes,
awesome.
yes. That's super.
We've got a lot of feedback from it, just at the hall, from the people visiting. It just like blew people's minds.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it does.
Telling what else is out there.
Hi, Lori.
Yeah, there is so much stuff going on out there and so many things to see. And when you start pulling out some of the equipment, and it's always good. I become, like I said, I'm the old guy on the bench here, and the more and more we investigate, I'm the kind of the couch potato that likes to sit in one room and will just glorify himself as just sitting there and just listening and enjoying the room and letting them come to us. And we used to pack up. I mean, you guys remember those days when we'd load a truck and it would be loaded up to it'd be packed up to the moon with equipment, and now we get out and we carry a bag and it's got a recorder in it.
I'm not reviewing all that shit.
That's exactly right.
Well, I've still got
going.
past investigations that I haven't even downloaded to the computer. It's still on the memory card in the camera.
Yeah.
Well, and man, I can't tell you how many scan discs I have anymore, but anytime you watch them, you always see something different.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
You can go through it and go through it and go through it, and each time you're going to find something else.
Yeah, I've got. So I don't know where we were just recently, but there was some really cool activity, and I haven't even. I've got my little thing right here to download, and I'm like going, oh.
It's like we keep all this stuff back in a vault or something.
Yeah. So
Maybe
who does it on your?
Somebody will reopen the cases and
do
them.
So
last night, there was a lot of activity, a lot of people moving around, and Vicky and a couple others went upstairs and had a really good investigation going on. There was a few of us that kind of walked into their investigation, and I think Vicky's posted it on her channel. But there was a lot of, like I said, there was a lot of activity, a lot of moving around, a lot of noise, and that didn't put any kind of damper on the investigation that they had going on upstairs. And up there in the middle of that, I don't know what they call that loft area up there where everything's stored, but it was some spot on stuff. Communication.
They got some extremely good information from there, like dates, times, countries. Like it was wild, like what they were able to do up there.
Very direct answers.
It was awesome. Just hearing about it afterwards.
But it was,
it's strange. I don't know if you guys noticed it or not. We always talk about the veil thinning and different type of stuff happening because of the energies and everything else. But as you guys are out hunting, have you noticed the change in the paranormal lately?
What was the question again?
Have you noticed the change in the paranormal where they seem to be communicating quite more intelligently and wanting to tell a story?
Yes.
Especially right now.
Yeah, lately, definitely. And I think we've all recently had disembodied voices at different locations, even like work, home.
In the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's funny because even when we're at the hall, we get, you get the disembodied voices. We get them a lot everywhere we go. But when we go out and we're out somewhere and at the hall, we have, Billy Wilkerson, Billy Sims, and every time they're there and they're like going, Billy, and you got to ask, is your name Billy, or do you want Billy Sims? Do you want Billy this? Are you this? What Billy are you, and what are you doing?
Can you please specify which Billy?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we always know it's like going, certain people, like they call for Isaac. They want Isaac to go up in the attic.
Yep.
If it's Billy Sims, it's like, go to the basement, go to the bar. And if it's me, it's always leave. So, but it's quite different. What do you get? I remember I got the pleasure of hunting right after you guys did, after it just first opened up over there at this Old Stone Jail, and I loved it. And then we got to do an event with you, and Billy and I found our favorite little spot back in the corner back there that we just love to talk to the kiddies, and it just a super visual, super time. What's your guys' favorite place in your place?
My favorite place is the Civil War room over in the jail.
And why is that?
I am not one that feels a lot of things, and in that room I feel, and I can't explain it, but I feel in that room.
Now that's the room that's got the writing on the walls also, correct?
Yes.
And if you haven't been there, will you explain that for people that haven't had an opportunity to do it, because it's so cool?
You want to explain it?
History lady. So it's located in the brick building of the Old Stone Jail, which eventually became the jailer's residence. But previously, I've lost the dates now that I no longer work there, but it would have been used as one of the holding facilities for inmates. And eventually, during the Civil War, it was also used as a holding facility for prisoners of war and Confederate sympathizers. And a lot of the graffiti that's on the walls in that particular room that Terry's referring to are Civil War era. And so there were men, women, and children which were being held in that upstairs portion during the Union occupation of Franklin. And they were writing on the walls. They were writing their names. They were drawing pictures of the Confederate generals and majors that they, were they had a lot of respect for. And they were just biding their time because, they didn't know their fate. They didn't know if they were going to make it out of there alive. They were, just trying to hold on to the hope that they had for what they believed in.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was a tough time when you had General Burbridge down there, the red-headed demon, doing the things that he did. And it was just a terrible, terrible time. And, it wasn't, like you said, women, children, everything, because if you were a Southern sympathizer, you had a tough time in Franklin, Kentucky back then when the Union was here. You walked down the street, you may have been walking to your death in 2 seconds in a firing squad or being hung or anything else. That's what makes all these the history sites, and it makes all these places so phenomenal. I always refer to the Civil War as the war between the states, because there's nothing civil about the Civil War. But it has left a stain and a thing on this. It is definitely pure history. And the spirits want to tell their story about it. That's one of the things that we see most of all. I know that you guys see that over there also. So, hats off to all you do over there.
We love it there.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it shows the hard work you put in. It shows
Absolutely.
how much you love it there, the location and the spirit.
So what else is coming up with the wonderful Whiskey Tango Foxtrot? I saw the thing that you're going to be doing another podcast here in January, and it's going to be directly live at your location. Can you talk about that a little bit? Or are you kind of like the fearless ones that can't tell us anything?
We can tell you a little more than they can, but
I can tell you it's with Damien Christie. Is it Damien Christie?
Yeah.
Damien Christie. And it's going to be live at the jail. That's all I know.
January 21st.
January 21st.
first, yeah.
Awesome. And any other events? Anything else coming up?
We're going to take a little vacation.
Yeah.
Take a little break.
We do have a couple teams booked for the next couple of months, but other than that, we're taking it slow.
Remember when we were supposed
it's a good time to do it. Can you give me an idea of what the just so people know, because I've been getting so many phone calls this month for what's going on for Thanksgiving, and I've got a team in there Thanksgiving night. I've got people asking, what can I tour the hall? Are you open on Wednesday? Are you open Friday and Saturday? What's going to be your hours up there, and how? Because after these people leave the hall, I'd love to shove it to you.
For tours? For tours, like just
for tours and that stuff, yeah.
I think the hours are Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Are you going to keep that? What's your hours during the holiday for Thanksgiving coming up?
Closed on Thanksgiving. I think they're open on Friday. I don't work there anymore. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Closed on Christmas Day. I honestly don't know what day Christmas Eve falls on, so it may be closed on Christmas Eve too. I'm having to live day by day right now. So.
I understand that.
I don't even know what today's date is, honestly.
Yeah. So,
Sunday.
Okay. So they possibly won't be open on Christmas Eve either, since Christmas Eve is on a Saturday. But that is something. Billy, you want to chime in on chat? Let us know.
Hey, Fireball.
The gallery, which is where I'm at now, will also be closed on Thanksgiving Day.
And is also haunted.
Also very haunted as well. I've seen entities there, and then just a couple of nights ago I was there late, and something knocked on my back door. I have a back door that's metal, and something knocked on it. I looked out the window. There was nothing there. I opened the door and looked out my back alley, and there is no one there, but something definitely knocked at my back door.
They do not want us in the basement.
Yeah, they do not want us in the basement of that building.
They made that clear.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. We're still searching, but that's what we were told last time.
Well, that's what we get most of the time at first is get out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've all heard that.
Mm-hmm. And Billy says it's closed on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Closed on Christmas Eve, closed on Thanksgiving, but open Black Friday.
Possibly. Billy?
I think in the previous years that I was there.
Right now, Billy's going, damn it, Bear.
Open.
He said open.
Open it shall be. Okay, fantastic. So, when you get around, you're talking about the gallery, you're talking about the coffee shop. We know the restaurant is also that way. There's a few restaurants right around the square that are that way. And, Franklin is just one of those places. And if you come up the street that I'm on, I mean, you can just go over the door and go across the tracks and go the other way and go over by the dairy dip over that way. And then it's just
you literally can feel the energy in that entire area.
Yeah.
I mean, just driving through it, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Just walking around the square.
Yeah.
Right there.
Lots of history.
Yeah.
And you get buildings that
is
kind of call out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The energy is just so crazy. Yeah, it is. It's insane. And do you guys, when you guys go on your hunts now, you've been around long enough. I got to ask you, do you think that you guys are marked? Do they know you're coming to the investigations?
I believe they do.
Yep.
I mean, and I don't know if it's just coincidental or whatever, but when we do like either the Estes method or even using the necrophonics app on different people's phones, my name for one gets called out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Beth gets called out a lot. Leanne gets called out a lot.
Bears get called out a lot.
Gets called out. So to answer that question, yeah, I think we are marked. I think they do know we're coming, and I think they know they have an opportunity, somebody to communicate with.
Especially when they start coming to talk to you before you've even gotten on the road.
That's the part that I hate. That's the part that I hate. It's hilarious. And we'll ask the WTF team to chime in on that. But one of the things I hate it when I get text messages on my phone. Billy and Tanya, and we know where we're going to go somewhere, and we know that we're going to be detoured for an hour before we get there. The weirdest stuff happens because they affect everything that we do. They're already set mindset into it, and
we're tagging Melvin along.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Then the GPS gets you lost.
Oh yeah. The things that they affect are just crazy. We went to this one house, and it was as we were turning it, as we were going up the freeway, getting on the freeway, it yells at us, "Do a U-turn immediately! Do a U-turn immediately!"
Yep, it did.
Wow.
How about we were going over by the lake that time, and it took us way out in a different direction.
Oh yeah. That, whenever we tell somebody we're going to get there, we're going to say, depends on how the spirits want to treat us, because you never know what's going to happen. Your cars will get, the trucks, everything get affected.
Hoods fly open.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You go through some kind of time warp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horses step out in front of you.
Yeah.
So do you guys experience that also when you're doing that? When you're out on investigations, you get that?
Yeah, we have a lot of equipment failures
Yeah.
come up. New batteries put into recorders that ultimately don't want to work, and
The trip wire wants to be crazy.
Yeah.
Out at Octagon Hall,
we really thought it was broken or a battery issue or something. No, it was just the hall.
Oh yeah, well. The hall could do some pretty. I used to hate to just mow the yard at the hall. You get on the riding lawnmower, and the next thing you know, it's going, "What the heck is happening?"
So I got to ask. I know we got our blooper reels. Did y'all have y'all's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Those are somewhere no one will ever find them.
Those are in that vault we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Well, we might have them, just haven't watched them yet.
I think there's actually a blooper reel that's at the hall of
Oh yeah.
Beth, Leanne, and myself,
And Mama.
and Twana, Mama Bear, dancing in the dining room.
If I find out when you're in trouble.
I just hope Billy doesn't have any cameras in the area we were meeting in last night, because I danced last night too.
He did. I saw it.
I'm glad I did.
Poor Billy saw it though.
Yeah.
It's etched in his brain.
And
I
most
didn't
of
think I know
Mama's system, you all know that already, though. You just watch it, and all you hear the whole time, beep, 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 beep.
You don't want to see our blooper reels. What are the blooper reels like with Whiskey Tango Foxtrot? Who is the criminal there? I got an idea who it would be.
Me doing the Estes method.
Oh.
And I had it all covered up at the
Well,
start.
hold on.
Yeah.
It was AJ's first time trying Estes method. And we have a group upstairs in the old Civil War room of Coldstone Jail. And so we put AJ under, and next thing you know, he is screaming the words out. And we were like, hold up, be quiet.
I didn't know you couldn't hear me.
He had his all caps on.
Yep.
The room just started laughing.
Let me ask you this: was his feet running around like a wheel?
Yeah.
Was he having a Scooby Doo moment?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah. It's like we're all in the same room. We can hear you. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I didn't want y'all to miss nothing.
Right. Yeah, we did.
I will talk loud in an investigation because I want them to make sure that if they're not, it's amazing how the people upstairs can answer stuff downstairs.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm always like going, you'll hear somebody ask a question and they'll go, are you a Civil War soldier? And then they hear us go, are you a Civil War soldier?
Can you hear me now?
Because Billy said that they had it on echo. So not only was he screaming, he was repeating the words.
That's awesome.
Just wondering.
Like I
one
said,
thing you didn't
actually,
have
you
to
were just
do is
making
say-
sure everyone understood.
Yeah.
I know.
There wasn't anybody going, what did he say?
Definitely not.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's so wonderful to be able to bring paranormal teams together like this and to be able to talk and be all natural. We're very serious about what we do, but we all have fun at it. We all enjoy it, and we all take it very serious at the same time. And I got to tell you something. One of the things that I saw a little bit of it last night. There are people here in the paranormal that are really doing other things to affect people who are interested in the paranormal and not showing them the right way at all, and doing some terrible stuff. And I think that we had something like that. Like I heard about it last night. Not to say anything bad about the event or anything, but you did have a problem with someone in the jailhouse yesterday afternoon. I mean, late night last night, and those are just terrible people. You know, when they go in there and one, alcohol has no place. And white people got to bring alcohol to a paranormal event. And unfortunately, I know that there are people out there that are condoning that actually. And when you're dealing with spirits, that's not the best thing to do because it screws up more people. And then it makes it dangerous for all of us because those are the people that will contact us to say, come up and help me fix something. You know, they don't call the people that they were with because they don't do that kind of stuff. You ever find that? You see that some of the stuff that you deal with now when you're doing residentials are a little bit, it's totally different than doing an event or doing the jail or the hall or anything like that. What do you
our
see?
entities are definitely can definitely impact the energy that we're trying to communicate with for sure. You know, if it's inhibited or whatever negative we might have, it's definitely impacting what we're working with for sure.
And that's where I always point to Billy and say, this is the time when I can tell Billy, okay, Billy, it's time for the intent speech.
I think it's time for me to jump on the thug box.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Hit him with the Therathug.
It is getting way out of hand in the field. So far out of hand that people don't want people to speak on it. And if you speak on it, you're the bad person. It is so disrespectful to the location, the spirits, the serious investigators that are in this for the right reasons, that have the intent. They want to help people. They want to help the spirits. We're trying to preserve these historic locations. I'm done, and everybody can be mad at me if they want to. I'm standing for what's right.
Right, but not only that, they're going to get in a vehicle and drive off.
Yeah,
That's right.
Exactly.
and they could get hurt on the location. Like, I don't think people understand. Those are stairs involved there. There's numerous things. You're drunk. You could get spiritually attacked. You could fall down a flight of stairs, break your neck, hurt somebody else.
Yeah.
And
they also run the risk of destroying property, like what happened last night.
Right. Well, yeah, they can
be replaced.
Yeah.
And it's one of those. That's why I believe in parafamily. This is a family.
Right.
We all have the same intentions. We want to make the world a better place. All of you guys help in the community, not just at a location. You help the community. You all do outreach, every single one of you, and help others. That's what this is about. And what about these young people? Or let's not just say young people. There's so many people out there that are interested in the paranormal.
Yeah.
What are we showing them?
Right.
Exactly. It scared people off. It's embarrassing.
Correct.
It is. And
not what we're about.
And it's funny because when it's not only embarrassing to those people, to the other people that are there, it's also embarrassing to the spirits, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
It's disrespectful. And there's something about, people who, paranormal is not a show. It's not a game.
No.
Believe me. I spent a long time in it. Billy Wilkerson spent a long time in it. Everyone here on this screen has spent a long time in it. And when it gets ugly, and it can get ugly, you can get hurt bad, and when you decide to alter your state of mind, what are you opening up? You're weakening your field so that something else can control you. And believe it or not, people, they do. There are many a thing that's out there that can jump onto you and make your life a miserable hell, and you're not going to know it because it's subtle. They play a game of destruction, and that destruction is, you might come home one day and your wife is mad at you. Your marriage starts going to heck. Your car starts falling apart. Your job starts to do the thing. You're not right in a certain way, and all these things come together, and you're like going, wow, I'm having some bad luck. But where did it stem from? Because you let something control you in a state when you were wide open. You can't do that in this field. It's not worth it at all. I mean, and the agony and the pain that it does have, and anyone who has been at any location can tell you when they're doing an Estes method or they're doing anything at all, that we've all seen something jump into someone.
Yeah.
And it's the other people who are there to help get rid of it and help them get them off of it. And sometimes they take them home with them,
Yep.
And I hate to say this in a bitter way, but the people who do the kind of stuff that happens, they deserve it. That is the stuff that they just deserve that to happen to them, because they are playing with fire in a place that they, don't give kids matches, in a historical haunted location. It's not a good idea. So, but anyway, that's my 2 cents into it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. You may feel totally different than I do. But
Well spoken.
We all feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
just thankful I got to spend more than 5 minutes with Billy and Tanya. I was kind of a Billy and Tanya last night.
You know, usually we show up and y'all run. Like,
yeah.
how's
That's
it
it.
going?
Hey, let's see. You guys been monitoring the chat room. Any questions in there for the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot group? Hey, it'd be a nice time. If Billy's still in the chat room, Billy, it's a great
He's
time.
there.
Yep.
Great time to quiz your team.
They're gonna have Billy ask us questions. No, that's right, Lori. We do not want that drama.
Right.
We won't tolerate that drama.
Right.
Oh, look, I'm Elle's height now. I'll just lay down like
You
this.
know what? You can hush.
Billy said, "What was the question?"
Yeah.
I see.
Let's turn it on echo. What was the question?
What was the question? It's your time to ask a question, Billy. Whatever question you'd like to ask of your team.
What was the question?
Yeah. What was the answer to the question?
I got a question.
What's your question, Billy?
Why does all the hobby shops smell like Fireball?
That's a good one.
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's the answer for it.
Because the answer is non-alcoholics think that it's cinnamon.
Right, there you go.
I got tickled when I heard that last night.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
I want to say hi to my friend Matt. He's watching. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hello, Matt.
Well, I guess I'll ask a question as well. What in the future, what is some of your goals as a team or at the location? What are some of the things you look forward to doing or want to implement or make part of your regular routine as investigators?
Well, I think we've all talked about traveling more.
One of the things that I brought up in the last month is I would really like to follow a story arc. I would like to follow sites that are connected to each other's and potentially follow the life of one particular person or a troop where they traveled so that we're maybe picking up on some of the same information as we're going along.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. That's
Great idea.
real interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really stoked about that one. That's going to be awesome.
That was Elizabeth's idea, and it's a
Yeah,
really good one.
we love it.
History is my passion, and even I'm in the art world now, but history is my lifelong passion, and it's important to me that what we're doing, and I know it's important for everybody. We are relaying the correct story. We're relaying information that fits the actual historic narrative. So, it's important to me that when we go to these sites, we have some background on what we're looking for, and we continue to research with the information that we find.
Yeah, it's
Right.
powerful.
Exactly. And it's amazing how through history, and it's also weird, when you talk about spirits telling you their story. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things that you hear, and then you can put it together later. And as just take, for instance, the Orphan Brigade. I love how that all fits together. They leave, they go down into Franklin. They go from that point on. They're all over. They're in Shiloh. They're in Murfreesboro, Stone River. Then they're in Vicksburg. Then they're in Baton Rouge, and they're in Chickamauga. And all those sites are all that way. And then they all come home to Franklin, and they have these fantastic reunions there for the next from 1866 to 1910, and they're all still in the area. They're honoring it. It was a very important time to them also. But the sad part about it is that we also lost a lot of our history when all of the courthouses burned down.
Yeah, that makes things.
And it makes it very tough to be able to do historic stuff. And we are, everybody on the screen loves history. And if you are not, if you don't like history and you don't like the research, then get out of the paranormal field. Become a paranormal investigator. If you're doing something else, it's just not right, because that's how you're getting all your answers. That's how if you do the research, right, guys? I mean, if you're doing your research, you get to go to a house and you know what to ask.
Right.
You know everything about the house. You know who lived in the house. You know the history of the house. And those are the things that you can put together. And sometimes the history is not right, and the spirits will tell you the difference.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And you have to go more than once.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't just go, oh, hey, we're going to go for 3 hours at night and we're going to know everything.
No. It's a process.
Nighttime,
It is.
the right
It is.
time, right. And you're not going to get something every time.
Right. I really love this whole idea of even researching it this way. It's going to be awesome.
Well, the amazing thing about it is we go places and it is so strange because we pick it up down the road anyway.
Yeah.
They already know that, this is that. I know this.
On the way there, you're getting this.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's already there. And because they have a history, and whether or not people believe it or not, I think the spirits have the uncapable, the wonderful ability to be able to transmute anywhere they want to.
And it is what it is.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, you may find them in another part of their life in a battlefield in Shiloh.
Exactly.
And the weird thing about it is that they're going to remember you from the jail. That's the weird part about it, and that's why, as we continue on and all the time, I don't know. I mean, everywhere we go, you'll hear your name. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's like going, I used to walk into places and I would run the recorder before I even walked in and be listening live on it. And I'd walk in the door and they'd go, "Hello, Bear." Mm-hmm. And I'd just be like going, "What the heck?" And then if it wasn't Bear, it was like, Kentucky, because I used Kentucky Truth Seeker so much in all the early years, and I'd walk in and they'd go, "Hi, Kentucky," and I'm just like going, "What the hell?"
That's one of the reasons I've asked this question before is how much do they know about us, even though we don't necessarily know a lot about them, and we're trying to learn more about them. They know our names before we get there. How much do they know about us? How much they've been watching us?
I'm telling you right now, do not go to the bathroom in Nottingham Hall and think that they don't know you very well.
I'll say some questions are better left unasked.
Real intimately.
You're probably better off not to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've done investigations to where we've been in one location and had friends in another location, and have things come up to where they would ask questions. Okay, where are Todd and Leanne tonight?
Mm-hmm.
They're at the Leap. And then we would ask, where is Ernie and Denise? They were at
that jail in Barston.
No, it was the place in
They
Franklin.
were in Franklin.
Franklin, Tennessee, down there.
But they were at the jail.
Loke's house.
Loke's house,
They were
yeah.
at the jail as well.
Yeah, we did it there too.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's one of the things that's funny and cool at the same time, being able to have your investigation in one place and then have it pick up, your friends and family in another location.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Mhm.
And
Bye, Hannah. Thank you so much for being there last night.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, Hannah, thank
Hannah.
you.
We love you, Hannah.
I mean, and I like the descriptive too. Like when I was at the hall one night, we had the necrophonics out, and no, I was with Dave, and he had his spirit box, and it said Billy, and I was like, "Which Billy? You know?" I was like, "No, I need to know." The beard, the beard. I was like, "Oh, Billy Sims, okay."
I think they've even called me the little one before.
Uh-huh.
Oh
I've
yeah,
heard that before.
Yep.
yeah. I
You know,
love
and I'm
that.
always curious too as to how do they see us?
Yeah.
Do they see us the way we see them as shadows, or just some movements, or do they see lights or colors, or do they see us as we are?
I just hope they see me as thinner.
We've been into some places to where we've talked about that very thing. How do you see us?
Mm-hmm.
What color hat am I wearing? Red. Which typically I'm wearing a red hat. Or what article of clothing, or what color is an article of clothing? And we do get colors or close to the correct colors.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like last night with Vicky upstairs. I had held up fingers behind my back.
Yep.
How many fingers am I holding up? Across the session, it said 3, and that was right. It's 3 fingers the first time.
Yep.
So let's try that again. So I put another hand behind my back. I left 4 fingers, and sure enough, just a few seconds later, 4. They got them both right off the bat.
Yep.
And then it was like, well, okay, there's 2 flags hanging on the wall. Tell me what colors are in those flags. It came out red.
Billy Wilkerson.
Yeah, Vicky said she got that on live too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, then we asked, okay, what's another color? They said blue. Of course, at that point, I couldn't see straight anyway because colors and everything were blended together. But the writing on those flags were blue. I was
Mhm.
like, okay, well, what's the third color? It came through white. It was just.
That's good. That's
And was that part of what Vicky got on live
Yes.
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
night? Okay, because I told her I was going to watch it last night when I got home, and I was too tired. So tonight's night.
I started watching it this afternoon,
Everybody was
and
tired
I got busy, and then I went to lay it down, and it's still up on queue for me to watch after the show, so I'll be watching that for a while. But
After we
Yeah.
left them up there, they had some other really cool stuff happen to them. So I mean, it was. I mean, you can't beat that kind of activity.
no, that was great. She gave me a quick rundown when she came. Well, with all of us standing around, and I was just like, oh, I just couldn't get the smile off my face. I was really, that is good stuff. That's awesome.
well, that's how you're dealing with an intelligent being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And from my experience of asking them how you see us, depending on the location you're at,
Right.
Yeah.
there and what you're doing there,
Right.
some of them look at you as they just see you as a being. Others, if you're there to do a job or to find out what the problem is, and if there is something that's evil there, they see you as light.
Yes.
And they will personally tell you, and Tanya's smiling and she knows that they will actually tell you, I hate your light.
Yep.
I don't like your light. And they know that they see a light and they don't like it.
I think this particular one was with a kid or a child or something, and they're very they will not hold back. Their children will tell you the truth.
Yep.
Yeah. And we are just so, when you're dealing with that. And I remember one time I asked, I says, why don't you like my light? And the answer was, I can't go there.
Mm.
Wow, that's powerful.
That's powerful.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
Now
and
my mind is spinning. How about what if they see us as who we were in past lives?
Oh, damn.
You
What-
don't ever know.
We don't
Yeah.
know.
well, I've heard different names.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
true.
So yeah, you know, they will communicate to you in different names.
I sure
And-
hope I was hot in one of them.
Oh my gosh.
You're not down.
If none of you've met her yet, this
Yeah.
is Alan.
That's my other job. Make people smile and happy. And that brings joy.
So, what do you guys see? You guys in the next year? What's on your plate, and what are you looking to do? What are you looking to accomplish with? Are you looking for another facility? Are you going to look at running your game plan for the Old Stone Jail and your team plans of what you want to accomplish next year?
Who wants to take the floor?
I don't know. We're looking into doing a what is it called? Haunted town, where we will go from one location to like 4 locations around the square and do a
Yeah.
short investigation at each one. And we're going to try to do that in middle of summer. So we're looking at doing something like that for one.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we think it'd be pretty cool. We're going
Are
to
you gonna put that together on a video and network it?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Mhm.
That'd be awesome. Great
Also,
idea.
the story arc stuff, see where that goes, and that has a lot to do with that
Fingers
idea.
crossed. Some traveling.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we could get a lot of really cool, awesome stuff. You know,
And we might try to do some novice hunts.
That's always a fun thing.
Yep.
I like the novice hunts.
I do too. I love them.
Mhm.
And,
My,
you
my
got-
favorite part about it is seeing somebody have the first personal experience.
Yep.
Yeah, that is so fun.
that is a I love to see that. That's like
Yep.
going.
It's also funny to see a grown man screaming like a woman and running out the front door.
I was
too.
gonna say,
That's my favorite part.
That's
I've
always a
heard
little
you tell the
entertaining.
story.
Yeah, and the bad thing about it, that's me. So you know.
It's really cool to hear a man scream, "Oh my God, you can see that." And it's the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Bear going?
Well, all I can say, if y'all see Barry running,
Run.
No problem.
Bear just tucks and rolls.
save yourself.
Save yourself! Save yourself!
The Sheilas. I miss the Sheilas.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, we all do.
We all do.
yeah, we all do. They're
some
such special people.
Epic chicks. That they are.
Mhm.
They are. They are. Well, guys, you know, we had. I haven't said hello to anybody in the chat room. If you guys want to yell out who's in the chat room tonight, I'd appreciate it for us.
Of course, Miss Vicky's out there.
Proof after.
Brandon
Yep,
Ellis.
Brandon.
David Trusty's in
Hi,
there.
everybody. How's everybody doing? Great to see you. Thank you for supporting us on the FAR and supporting these other groups also and being out to these locations. Because...
Miss Frankie was out there.
Got
Hello,
Hannah
Frankie
Lewis.
Lynn.
Mike
David.
Walker.
Hey, Mike. Good to have you here tonight with us.
Miss Ada.
Christy.
Lori. David Trusty. I love me some David Trusty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what, David is a special guy, and we got to get David. I'd like to hook David up with Beth Allen. That would be
Yeah.
that will be an awesome time. So, David, I need to get with you sometime and have you meet Beth and talk to her about some experiences, because David is a very special person, and he has taken it. He's changed it now, and he's into the paranormal, and that's what happens to these fields. It all changes from where it goes, and it just continues to.
Since he's on here, I gotta tell him. I gotta come clean, Bear. I gotta confess.
Yeah.
Since David, you're on here. There's something Bear and I would like you to know. The scream you heard outside while you were in your truck was not a woman.
Yeah, it was Bear.
Which Dave Spinks and Jenny both slept through.
Yeah.
Who it was intended for.
Yeah. Yeah. We were at the Gaines house, and after everything's over with and we're all done and said and done, and we're saying goodnight.
And 2 days without sleep.
And I mean to tell you, we just walked out of the house, and they said, well, we're going to go up and sleep in the room. And we said, I'm not sleeping in this room. I'm going. You guys are nuts.
I'm with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm sleeping with them creepy dolls.
Yeah. I walked right to a special little tool that I have in the truck, and stepped right back inside the house and blew that tool, and it lets out a horrifying scream. And hoping that it would that Dave and Jenny would jump up out of the bed and be running all over the place upstairs. What the hell was that? Didn't work. But Debbie Mitchell-Warren was sleeping in her truck, and Dave Trusty was all the way up on the hill.
On the other side of the road.
And everybody's like, what the hell was that?
Except Dave and Jenny, they were sleeping.
We just sat there and went, I don't know. It's horrifying.
Yeah. We've slept in some of the most haunted, craziest places. True. Not saying it's safe, people. Don't try that at home.
Don't try that at home. Well, guys, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you for such a great event and bringing the paranormal, basically true paranormal, back to the paranormal. I love it when teams are doing it right, and you guys are doing it right. And,
Thank you. Thank you.
That's an honor to every one of your teammates, and it's and Billy, fine job, my friend. You are a special man, and we appreciate you very much in this community, and you know that from everybody that you deal with, and you are well loved and well liked, and you deserve everything that you get in the accolations that come to you. So, with that being said, I love this group. I love the family. I love everybody that's in here. And we want to thank you all, and thank you, chat room, for supporting us, coming on here and listening to us rant and rave. And we are looking to do more Into the Fire, but we're going to have to change Into the Fire a little bit. We are skinning through on our teeth, but we will be making a change here probably at the hopefully by the new year. And we'll be running different content and other things with it. So I'll look for that. And thank you all. God bless you all. And have a great night. And we will see you next time, next Sunday.
Yeah. Love everyone. Good night, Mom.
Good night.